All right, y'all. Good morning. It is. I got out here early this morning because I had to try to catch the bait. I'm gonna. The funny thing is I'll back up a little bit. I was watching one of Catfish Dave's most recent videos where, he had talked about how it took him 2 days to catch bait and stuff like that before he was able to go fishing. And I was there thinking to myself, man, that would just be, terrible. Have to waste that much time to catch bait. I don't say waste time, but take that much time to catch bait. And well, for me, this is day 2. I was out all day yesterday, and I didn't even catch enough bait to bait all my lines one time. Yeah. It was painful. It was painful. I burned up 15 gallons of gas trying to find, white bass or whatever. Even tried for bluegill, except for with these bluegill, I had some sort of, some fake bait, as I call them. Gimmick baits, I guess. I know they work. People say they work. But yesterday was proof they do not work. At least not for me, anyway. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna say they don't work for a lot of other people, but they don't work for me. I had no worms with me, which equaled to no bait. So anyway, I ran around yesterday. I spent almost 8 hours, burned 15 gallons of gas. I know that because when I had to fill the boat up this morning, that's what it said. I didn't think I burned that much, but I guess I did. But, so I come out here, I got me a tub of worms, and I've already got a dozen of these little dudes in the live well. White bass front, absolutely no clue where they went. Don't have any idea where they went. I can't see them, I can't find them, I can't get them to bite. Now, the most recent change to this river, which again, that may lead into today's fish catches or no fish catches, because they have dropped this water 3 feet. I'm assuming they're dropping it for getting it ready for winter pool. I mean, it is August. This barge go back. I didn't realize how loud they were. But so I don't know what that's going to do to the fish. It's been about a week since I've been actually fishing. There's one. So it is going to be interesting to see what these fish are doing, because I don't know. Based off the white bass activity, stuff like that, it's got me very, very skeptical of what's going to go on today. But we are going to still give it a shot. I got some spots that, that I've obviously fished in the past and I've done well on, so we're going to go back to those spots just so I can get a better chance of catching fish. But yeah, like I said, I remember watching that video last week going like, man, that would just suck if I'd spent me 2 days to catch bait. Well, like I said, today's day 2. I've been paying a lot more attention to the bait, and that's something I haven't really done in the past, is pay attention to the bait. But more specifically, it's not so much the bait, but more so how they react to certain water conditions, certain water levels, and water temps, things of that sort. So it's just been something that I've noticed before, but I've just never put a whole lot of thought into it, So it's kind of one of them, if you do it all the time, you never really pay attention to why or how or, all of that when it comes to anything, really. your job. I mean, it could be, you know, you get used to doing it every day. You don't ever really sit back and pay attention to the why, or, you know, or whatever. And a lot of times you really don't need to know that, but because it just works whatever you're doing. But like I said, this year I've been wanting to try to dial in the bait, because we know, yeah, dialing the catfish, that's one thing. It's definitely something that's got to happen, you know, for you to be successful catfishing. But figuring out the bait, you know, and then figure out the transition of bait, figure out what they do, where they go, where they stay, why they go, why they stay, you know, things like that, will make you a little bit more successful as far as finding the bait than, you know, getting out and finding the catfish or whatever fish you're looking for. It doesn't really matter. Well, dang it. But, or whatever fish. I mean, it doesn't matter what fish you're chasing. You know, all that still pertains. So, since all that is the one thing I've been doing a little bit more this year, because there's always something we can always improve. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, how many big fish you caught, how many, you know, tournaments you won, or things like that. I mean, there's always things that people can improve on, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to do, you know, just for my own personal self, because you can always get better. You can always get worse too. But I think if you continue to get better, I don't think you can get worse. But we need to catch us about another, I'd say, dozen of these things once they get rigged up here. And we're gonna go wet some lines, something I didn't get to do yesterday. All right, y'all, finally we get to come out here and do some fishing. I tell you what, man, after yesterday, I was skeptical. But like I said, I kept what I caught yesterday, which wasn't a whole lot, but I wasn't going to come out here empty-handed. So I got some bluegill and I got some yellow bass. So my plan is even with these yellow bass that I caught yesterday, I'm going to do the same thing. So the consensus is the last, I guess the last week, fishing's been tough out here. It's just been tough. You know, this is the first time I've been out since last week. So, and you know that how much fish can change within a week. So, okay, so what I'm guessing is that everybody that's having a tough time fishing is probably trying to use like either shad or skipjack, or, you know, possibly using some white bass. But like I said, I went through stuff that I've done in years past, and I've actually used bluegill all the way up into, like I said, December, up until it was just too cold to catch them anymore. So, I mean, that's what we're gonna roll with. I know I got some yellow bass, but I'm gonna use them, but I've got a live well full of bluegill. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing, what I don't use today, is I'm gonna put them in my bait tank at the house, because like I said, I'm gonna start chasing flatheads, but I've got to, you know, secure enough bait where I can start doing that stuff. We have absolutely zero flow. The only current we may have right now is going to be wind current. When I was looking at the river earlier, it almost looked like the current was going backwards. So we'll give it a shot. This stretch here, we have fished before. I'm just, you know, trying to put myself in, you know, higher percentage areas to see if we can get us some fish today. We're going to be in and out of holes just like always. We're going to just try to figure out if they're in the holes on, you know, what orientation they are, and we're going to keep on going. And then I've got some more spots up there. But yeah, because this spot here, we're 40 foot, and then we're going to dump off into a nice hole, and then it's going to be a good outside bend that has some holes in it and some structure. So we're going to give all that a shot. But I'm going to get some. So how this is going to work, and which I'll show you once I get a couple of these done, especially with these yellow bass and bluegill. I'm going to scale them and fillet them. Now, I'm not 100% sure you know, what the deal is when it comes to these fillets being scaled, but I know that I have seen a difference between fillets that were scaled and not scaled, and the difference in the bite. I have seen that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that little something that maybe helps it look a little bit more better in the water. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to scale. The only thing that sucks about that is then my boat gets full of scales. But and then, like I said, like we've done before, that's one piece of bait. Both fillets is one piece of bait. See, like with this one, it didn't have the profile I wanted as far as thickness or width. So what I've done is I just put 3 fillets on there. That's a good chunk of bait. Whoa, look at the boats. There's a fish. Oh, and he popped off. God, dog, he was pulling drag and everything. Dang it, man. God, dog, he was pulling drag and everything, y'all. Just didn't stay hooked up. Man. Well, I like it when they pull them boards back like that. Oh, I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. And that is one of the things, you know, I don't care what you use, but that is one of the things that does happen when using floats like this. And to be completely honest with you, that's one of the benefits of using a foam float, like the styrofoam floats. So that fish hit it so hard, he grabbed so much of it, that he actually grabbed the float from up here, and that's what caused that hook to come out. It sure enough is. Because I could see, you could just barely see where he had smashed that float right there. You know, I mean, that happens. You know, you got this stuff down by the hook, that's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, because he come up, he hit it just like this, then he grabbed that float, and then just everything come out. Dang it. But like I said, with the one benefit to the styrofoam float, if that would have happened, he'd have broke the styrofoam float. He'd have broke it, and then I may would have caught that fish. Dang it. Well, ain't nothing to it but to get some more bait back out there. That's all I got in there, so I need to fillet up some more bluegill. Fish. There's a fish. I say sometimes if you just spot lock your boat, you'll get a bite. And that's exactly what I done. Is I spot locked it to get that one free. He don't feel like a big one, but definitely a fish. Yeah, he done got me all kinds of tangled up in that one, so he picked it up and went that way with it. Ah, you dog. It don't feel like a bad one. Yeah, he's not a bad one. Yeah, he's not a bad one at all. Let me get him over here since he decided to get all tangled up in this one. Come here, buddy. Oh, you're just making a bigger mess, bub. You're just making a bigger mess. I probably should net him. Yeah, let me get the net on him. You just chill out. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you just spot lock your boat. Things like that'll happen. All right, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, there. Time of year when they are just tuned up. Oh yeah, he's a good 25. He'll go 25 pounds, almost 30, I'd say. Yep. Left me one of my fillets. Thank you. All right, let's get a good look at you, buddy. Oh yeah, don't do it, don't do it. I knew he was gonna do that. Oh yeah, no, chill out, buddy. Yeah, look at him. Oh, I can feel him doing it. Yeah, that's a good one there, y'all. Like I said, he's 30. Underestimated him just a touch. All right, buddy, I gotta tend to this mess you gave me. Let's get over here. Yeah, he's about 30 pounds. Thank you, buddy. Go on down there. Wanted him a couple pieces of yellow bass fillet, but he saved me one, so the only thing I'm gonna do to it is I'm just gonna add bluegill to it. That's all I'm gonna do to it. Okay, so the last big bite we had, I'm gonna show you on this graph here. So on the last, on the last big bite we had, we come across right here, that little point that come out. So we're actually getting ready to come up on another little point right here. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if there's one sitting on that one. Because that's where that last big bite come from, was off that little point back there. So any luck, there'll be one sitting on this one. Man, I'll tell you what, wrong time for this camera to be acting up, that's a fact. Wrong time for that. Oh, don't do it. He's gonna do it. He's another decent one. Yeah, he's another decent one for sure. He's definitely one that we will need the net on. Slightly bigger than the last one. He is slightly bigger than the last one. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I was trying to hurry up and get that battery in, and I seen it ticking. And the next thing I know, it just folded. Because he was hitting it like a little fish in the beginning. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one is for sure 30. Sure enough. Heck yeah, buddy. I mean, you're not a 50, but I'll take some 30s. Oh yeah, you weren't going nowhere. No. Easy, easy, easy. I'm gonna let you go. Just tuned up these fish. Yeah, I dare say you are borderline glove worthy, buddy. I'd say this is a female too. That's good to see. I'm gonna keep her low because they have been trying to. Yeah, that's a good, and they're a good female. Heck yeah, appreciate that. It's not bad. Thank you. There she goes. I'll see you later. Oh, that day camera. As soon as I got done showing you on the graph, which I noticed it had a low battery, so I'm like, cool, let me just swap it out real quick. And as soon as that happened, I seen that rod just wham. Then it just kind of tick, 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 and then all of a sudden, of course, I'd already had the battery out, threw the new battery in. And the camera wanted to act up. So anyway, we got her on there. Something's definitely weird with this board. I think that fish is still on there. I think he is. Yep, he's still on there. I knew he hit it. Yeah, he's still on there. And he's not a big one, by no means. But I just seen that board come forward just way too far. See, when they don't pull back on it, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But I just seen that board coming way up here. It's like, yeah, there ain't no weight down there. Because he done picked it up and started swimming with it. He's staying down though. I don't think he's a big one. But he's not a bad one. He's just above a dink. Oh, no, he's a little bit better than that. Come here, buddy. Yeah, you gotta go backwards or something. Let me know you're down there, bud. Oh yeah, no, he's a little bit better than that. Yeah, he's a little bit better than that. Get the grips on you. Just a big-headed male. Yeah, wanted him some bluegill fillets. Yeah, it's a big-headed male. Now if you look, he's still bleeding from his spawn marks. What are you doing, buddy? Well, when he fills out, that's gonna be a good-looking fish. Just look at the size of that head. Just a skinny thing. Yeah. Heck yeah, buddy, I appreciate that. Next time you got to pull back though, let me know you're there. Thank you. There he goes. Ooh, God dog. God dog. Man, he smacked it. He smacked the crap out of this thing. I had my drag way too loose. Heck yeah. Oh, there he goes. You gotta take your time with these suspended rod fish, so that way he can go back down. Yeah, and I caught it on that camera, so we are good. God dog. Oh yeah, not a bad one. Definitely worthy of that takedown, that's a fact. Definitely worthy of that takedown. Come here, buddy. Ouch. Oh. Yeah, he's definitely worthy of that takedown. Heck yeah. Now this one here is a good looking female. She's all filled out. I mean, that old hook got him right behind the tooth patch. Good looking female there. Got a nice belly on her. Heck yeah. You are definitely worthy of that takedown, girl. I appreciate that. Thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome. And because I got my suspend cam, you'll get to see it. So what I've done, I know that I've talked about my suspended rod setup a few times. I was just using a regular medium heavy glass rod before. Well, it just seemed like I was losing too many fish. They weren't getting hooked up as soon as they hit it. So I moved to the Mad Catz carbine rod because it's a lot stiffer in the same action. Well, I went one more step further, and I just filled it up with, I got one of these Alios, Piscifun Alios 300s, filled it up with 60, I think a 60-pound braid. And so now there is zero stretch in any of this setup. And I mean, it just showed right there that when they hit it like that, that's kind of what you need. So hopefully it continues to prove to, I guess, my theory right, I guess. Yeah, that little bite I had earlier, this board's just acting weird. Yep, that's about what I figured. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, that little bite I had earlier, that board was just acting weird. I don't know why they do that. If they just pull back a little bit, then I know they're there. But instead they wanna eat it. Just swim with it. Little feller. Seen a little fish was biting it, but these old hook will stick them. Yeah, like I said, them old triple threats, man, they get close to them, they get hooked. A little feller. Just down there just chilling, just swimming along. Just another Tuesday, huh? Yeah, just another Tuesday for you. Well, thank you, buddy. That's a good head if I need it. Oh, God, dog. Peel and drag. God, dog. That was cool. Don't get in that line. Oh, he's swimming at me. Oh, crazy-headed blues, boy. I think he's still swimming at me. Oh, yeah, there he is. Man, pull and drag, you ain't that big. I mean, you're not that small either, but I don't think you should have been pulling drag like you were. Of course, I may have had a little loose. Dog. Chill out, buddy. Heck yeah. I like it when they hit it like that. I do. I appreciate it. I appreciate the enthusiasm for sure. Yeah, like I said, this time of year, boy, they start getting tuned up. Got him. Good looking fish. Yeah, another female. Another good looking female. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely shouldn't have pulled that much drag. That size of fish. But then again, like I said, they're overly aggressive. Oh God, dog, that's a good one. That's a good one, y'all. Holy cow. Holy cow. Well, he was acting like a good one in the beginning. Holy cow. Boy, he thumped it, then he just buried that thing. Heck yeah. Come on up here, buddy. Let's take a look at you. They say he thumped it, he just buried this thing. So take your time with him. I don't know how big he is. I mean, he feels all right, but he's still full of gumption right now. Oh yeah, he ain't bad. No, he ain't bad at all. Another male. I mean, just slap buried that rod. Come on, buddy. You ain't going nowhere. I see where that hook's at. Heck yeah. Look at this dude. Second good one on a suspended rod. That's why I always have one out, you know. That's why I always have one out. Because you just never know what's looking up. Yeah, look at that one. That's a good one there. Another male. Well, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that, man. I tell you what, them suspended bites are something else. All right, you good? Oh yeah, oh yeah. There you go, buddy. Heck yeah, I put on that fresh head. That's what he wanted. That is so awesome, man. That suspended bite is just, it's hard to beat. I mean, you know, dragging or anchored or something like that, them are good too, but I mean, it's just immediate when they hit that, and that was that little head. All right, y'all, I want to go ahead and close this one out. I had to let that barge go over, and it's getting about that time. There's a Tuesday night bass tournament. It goes out every Tuesday where I got my truck at, and it turns to be a madhouse if I don't get there before them or at least get there after them. But we did pretty good today. This flat goes for a long ways, and all we've been picking up on this flat's just small fish. But anyway, yeah, because when we first started back there, we were in and out of, like I said, holes. The fish necessarily weren't in the holes because I had that rod that was dragging through the hole, but it did pick up one fish, but I think it was either before or as we were coming up out of the hole. But anyway, so they were kind of just like scattered around the hole. So that tells me, you know, of course, but like I said, by the time we got here, we got bait and everything. We had enough current to where now they've started to pull out. Now they're up feeding. So, which that typically, like I said, lasts for a couple hours. Then once we get current, for some reason, it just dies off. I don't know why, but Well, we did pretty good. We caught 2 of them in the 30s. We had a really nice, I really wish we'd have hooked that fish over there, because, you know, it gets pretty exciting when you see that board just skipping across, and he's just instantly pulling drag. It's just kind of neat. And of course, we caught a couple good fish on a suspended rod today. But all in all, not a bad day. Like I said, you know, earlier, I know guys that have come out here the last week and a half, and you know their biggest fish is like 16 pounds. Now they catch a few fish like that, but that's their biggest fish. And I'm going to speculate. I don't know for a fact, but I'm going to speculate they're probably using, like, you know, maybe white bass, but probably more so like shad or skipjack if they can find skipjack. And like I said, this will be a small caveat to the other video I did, is that when you think about what's going on, the locals around you, what they're doing, you know, you can base a lot of what's going on if you know who they are, 2, if you know how they fish, you know, what they'd like to use, what they tend to, you know, what kind of bait they try to get. So you can kind of adjust that. So it's like, well crap, they're good fishermen and they're using this, and this is about the best they're doing. Well, let me just try something different. That's exactly what I did today. I caught me a bunch of bluegill, and I was just using just the fillets. You know, like I said earlier, sometimes you gotta, you know, you catch small bluegill, you just have to double them up, whatever. But then I started doing, which it's something I've never done before. So I take the fillets off, I cut the head off, and I put a fillet, then a head, then the fillet. I was still catching fish like that, so I still got the bulkiness without just wasting the head, because I do get, oh, there's the fish right there. Yeah, he's about the same caliber as what we've been catching, because we're up here shut. Well, I don't know, he put the brakes on there. Yeah, he was pulling drag. Again, this is the rod, one of the rods that I did the fillet head fillet, so good deal. He's not a bad one. I don't think he's a monster, but he's not a bad one. Well, I like it when they do that, almost on cue, you know? That is so cool when I try to do an outro and I get a bite like that. Yeah, he's not a bad one. He's not a bad one. Just digging. Just digging. Heck yeah. Oh, where you going, buddy? Where you going, buddy? Yeah, he's not a bad one. Up here in 26 foot of water. Oh, it's a flathead. Heck yeah. There's more flatheads like these bluegills too. I was kind of guessing maybe a flathead. God, let me get the net on this dude. Boy, you talk about a way to end the day. That's a way to do it. That is definitely a way to do it right there. Them old flatheads, they like them bluegills too. Come here, buddy. No, you're not a monster, but I'm glad to have you for sure. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, he's another one, about mid-20s, close to 30. I'm not gonna give him 30, but he's close to it. Heck yeah. Come here, buddy. Oh, I don't. Look at this dude. Yeah, I'm gonna start chasing these a little bit more now that I've got me a bluegill spot. I'll be able to get me a lot more of them. That's a nice one. Nice and thick. Just look at the back on him. That thing is thick. All right, well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I like it when I get takedowns when I'm doing an outro. Thank you. And he goes. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Well, anyway, so back to what I was saying before I was interrupted. You just got to figure out what you could do different than what everybody else is doing and create your own success. I've been doing it for a lot of years now. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but today it worked, and the other days it worked. But anyway, I don't know what else to say other than awesome flathead. So I appreciate you watching this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.